There we are.
I can't even remember what that thing is called now. Whatever. What's up, fanboys and fangirls?
Yo.
Welcome back to another episode of What the Fanboy. My name's Luke. This is Mr. Tyler.
And this is the beautiful Brett Ison.
What's up, gentlemen?
Hi. Hey.
Oh.
Tell you two.
Oh, whoa! That's what it is.
Oh gosh.
I can tell you guys went into the office today. Meanwhile, I'm like in my.
I got my
lounging
podcast
clothes.
shirt on underneath, but it's chilly down here, so I'm not willing to disrobe.
I don't know what
Great
to say to
choice
that,
of word.
but
I'm playing Cyberpunk, so.
thank you, I think. You want to tell us more about what you did this week?
Yeah, I'll gladly do it. First thing, I have been playing Cyberpunk. We're not reviewing that yet, though.
No.
But I just want to say I'm really enjoying it. I am playing on an Xbox Series X, so it is playable. Unlike last-gen consoles, which I guess are just struggling. But I'm having a lot of fun. Yes, it does have its issues, and I do have my problems with it, but I'm really enjoying the story. Mandalorian, fantastic. And the other thing that I did was I rewatched The Last Dance. Basketball NBA is starting up. Just did. I think there's been 2 preseason games. 1 or 2
There's been a
preseason
few,
games for
yeah.
each team.
Yeah, there's some going on now even.
And I'm excited for basketball to be back. So I was like,
Yeah.
I'm going to watch The Last Dance. That's the best show I've seen this year. It's so good. It makes me want to run through a brick wall. Just to see Michael Jordan's drive and what he and that Bulls team went through while he was there is
Incredible.
it's incredible, yeah. And they have to overcome a lot of adversity that I don't think a lot of people know about. It's on Netflix now, if you didn't know.
Didn't they produce it?
Yeah, they helped
Yeah.
make it. It's a booyah. Go watch it. Even if you're not like super into sports, you'll still like it. It's funny, it's really entertaining, and it's really well made.
Sweet.
I'm done.
Nice.
Sweet. I'll rip through mine too.
Go for it.
I also have been playing Cyberpunk. I have not played as much as Luke, but I have played a decent bit.
Yeah, I've got a good 15 plus hours in that game.
Yeah, I probably have like 5 or 6. It's a lot of fun. I'm enjoying it. Again, I'm playing on an Xbox.
Brett is staring straight into my soul. It's just like,
My head's sorry. I'm literally just thinking.
you didn't blink, man.
All right, I'll try to finish this
Sorry.
real quick. I'm playing on Xbox Series X as well, so like Luke said, it's playable. I've only had 1 crash and a few bugs that are actually pretty funny. Spent some time on Destiny. The new thing I did the Prophecy Dungeon with these 2 goons.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was a ton of fun. I really enjoyed it. Actually, so much so that the next day I tried to do it again with another group. But I ran out of time because I had to go sell something. My Xbox.
Your
My
soul.
old Xbox. Yeah, I figured I should probably wrap that up. I also watched The Mandalorian.
You want to buy a laugh machine?
I also watched The Mandalorian. Probably one of my favorite episodes of the entire show. And then I bought NBA 2K21 Next Gen. You have to state
Specify.
that because if you don't get the update for free because 2K sucks. 2K Interactive, not or Take Two, I guess is what they're actually called. But overall, 2K21's pretty good. Like with the next gen graphics, it looks fantastic. Like
Nice.
I finally played a Play Now game with the Wizards, and Russ and Beal are like, they look real. It's creepy. The story in the My Player mode is hilarious. I went to the G League, and I won't spoil it for people because I think it is actually worth, like if you're a 2K fan, I think it's worth finding out in the G League what I'm talking about. You'll know if you've played 2K historically. But no, a lot of new games, a lot of new things. Really excited to play more.
Nice. Very cool. That's good to hear that like there are some next gen games that are looking and feeling next gen.
It looks gorgeous. I'll have to take some screenshots for you guys.
Please do.
It has a photo mode.
I'm still doing that weird thing where I bought a new console and I'm playing it on an old display. Like I have a new display upstairs. I just
Noob.
I know.
What an idiot.
How embarrassing.
I tried to be kind of nice.
No, I'm not holding back.
You're an idiot, Brett.
Boom.
Thanks. Glad that
Thanks for the pizza.
at least I have least I have my looks, right?
Yeah, you got that going for
I
you.
got
You're still
that going
beautiful.
for me. Yeah.
You're a beautiful idiot.
It'll carry me through. So I did a couple things, none of which you guys would probably guess or think about me mentioning.
You watched something on HBO Max.
I didn't.
You
this
binged
week.
The Simpsons.
No.
Ooh, that would have been a good guess.
That would have been crazy.
It's like 40 seasons.
I'm not gonna make you guess. So something we don't talk about a lot on here is music. And I know Tyler
I know what it is.
will
Okay.
shame me for this, but I've been really enjoying Taylor Swift's new surprise drop album, Evermore.
Why would I shame you for that?
You shamed me for liking Taylor Swift like 2 years ago.
I did?
I've
heard some of it. My wife's listening to it a lot.
in a joking manner. It was fine. I didn't take it personally. I gotta be careful with you.
You're fine. It's okay. It's not that fragile. If it's that fragile, then I need to have a talk with my surgeon.
Yeah.
We took the shoulder out. It's gone.
It's one of those things
flesh
where, for if you've been listening to her last couple of albums, they've all been very different genre-wise, and I really like the folkiness of her last one. So the fact that this kind of continues that.
Is that what it was like?
Perfect. I
didn't listen
I
to it,
could have
though.
sworn I was listening to her new album
Basically
right
a
there.
bluegrass album.
Yeah.
Oh, Shenandoah, I long to see you.
But yeah, I'm enjoying that quite a bit. Stephanie and I rewatched Captain Marvel
On
last
purpose?
night. Yes. And you know what?
Wait.
I liked it. I think I was a little harsh on that movie. It has problems. I mean, we all know that. But like for being written by 16 different people and directed by 2, like I was kind of impressed by like how well it actually came out.
Dude, the writer's page on that IMDb page is insane. It's crazy. I remember looking it up like right after we watched it. I was like, oh my god, that many people wrote this movie?
Right?
This is a TV show? Yeah, it's weird.
It got me kind of excited for Captain Marvel 2, which is something we'll talk about a little later. But yeah, like that movie's not as bad as I think I thought it was. That sentence makes sense?
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I
honestly, I don't really even remember it.
I sat down to watch it and I was like, been a while.
Your expectations were checked?
I think my expectations were checked, yeah. Well, and thinking back to it, it came out between Infinity War and Endgame, and it's like there's just these epic pieces of this puzzle, and then there's this story, and there's controversy around it, and there's all this riled upness that didn't need to be there.
They filmed that one in a Chinese prison camp too?
Yes. No, obviously not.
What?
Mulan.
Oh.
Like,
Not it's not what I said, but it's some
gosh,
like that.
no. Luke speaks gospel. Anytime his
I'm-
mouth opens,
I-
100% truth.
Yes, truth straight on my mouth.
Yeah.
Every time, know what I say.
But yeah. So,
I'm glad you enjoyed Captain Marvel
yeah.
because I remember really not liking that movie.
I don't know what it was. Maybe just having a slightly different perspective, having not seen any Marvel movies in so long. It was just nice to kind of revisit something and be like, oh,
It feels familiar.
Sam Jackson doesn't look as terrible as I thought I remembered him looking.
Until he moves. Like when he runs.
When he's running and
Yeah.
stuff, it's obvious because it's, but overall, when he's just sitting there talking, and I like Brie Larson's performance. I just think there's issues on the script level that
I just remember.
can't be fixed.
I
With
remember
an
thinking
actor.
Samuel looked good. I thought he looked good.
Because this was shortly after like Rogue One and the abomination that they did for Carrie Fisher.
And Tarkin.
And Tarkin.
I didn't hate Tarkin, but
Oh, dude, I watched that movie recently. When's the last time you watched it?
that one has been a while.
Watch it again, you'll be like, oh.
The problem with Tarkin is you have to keep seeing him.
Yeah.
So it gets worse throughout the movie. with the Carrie Fisher replacement, at least it's just like
It's one shot.
done. Like that's it. And it's just like, oh, okay.
Touché. I also watched Big Mouth season 4 over on Netflix.
That show good.
I like it.
I like the people in it, but the subject matter just kind of not interesting to
You know
me.
what it is for me? Being and I think it's kind of like I think it's written this way. I think it's written for those of us who kind of grew up in a like sheltered's not the right word, but just either households or places where you didn't talk about sex and what that is and those emotions and what you're going through. Like, you don't talk about that stuff. And this is like, the whole show is having inner monologues with each character via these hormone monsters.
And these kids about to learn a lot in Cyberpunk.
And I don't know, for some reason,
first hour and a half.
It really resonates with me. The first season was kind of meh. I thought it was okay.
Big meh.
A big meh. The second and third season I thought were better. Third season especially because it started introducing more emotions. So like there's a depression kitty, which is just like this big kitty that up you up and like someone who struggles with some depression. It's like, oh, I get that feeling, like that, like. And then this season there was the anxiety mosquito, and they're all really like, it's just really well written and well.
I'm already pissed off at that mosquito.
Because it just
never watched
around.
The show, just heard about it, and I already want to punch him.
So yeah, but like Tyler said, very adult content. And it's not afraid of doing a little bit of nudity. Like, it's animated, but like, so it's weird, but I think it's all done in the name of telling the story. And I would, if you've, I don't know how to recommend it though, I guess. Like, for me, it's like a fanboy worthy in terms of quality, but in terms of recommendation, it's probably more of a straight to streaming because it's certainly not for everyone. So maybe I should like meet in the middle. It's a Matthew McConaughey. Hey.
There you go. You've found your reasoning.
So yeah, that's what I did this week, guys.
Yeah.
Into some news.
Okay.
You talked him into it.
You convinced me.
That was actually, before we get into news.
Oh no. Now you're gonna throw me off. I'm expecting news.
Well, we should talk a little bit about our schedule the next couple weeks.
Yeah, probably.
I'll let you handle that.
So this will be.
We're gonna write it down because we might not know what it is yet.
We're gonna show up.
Well, we've been talking about our transition over for the live shows over to Twitch. So I think this will probably be our last live show on YouTube. Next week there will be an episode. It's going to be a special episode. It will be pre-recorded though, not live. So it will still premiere on YouTube. It will still come out on the podcast at the normal time. All those things. But then starting December 28th, our Wonder Woman review.
Wow, there's some weird symmetry there.
See what I did there?
Beautiful symmetry.
We're gonna be over on Twitch for the live show, and then episodes will be segmented out for YouTube, and of course the podcast will still just get everything in one big long chunk, baby.
Whoa, never left, man.
What's left for you?
I just forgot about it.
So it left.
No, it's still there. I just have so much in my repertoire that I can throw out.
Gotcha.
I'll bring back the dab though.
Oh my! I'm here for it, Luke.
Is that your celebration to going to Twitch?
No, that was this. This is just dabbing because it feels right.
So pay attention to our Twitter account.
Let's do a mini dab.
Especially our Twitter account, but I'll share some stuff on Instagram as well over the next couple weeks as we make that transition. Of course, you can always find all of the links at whatthefanboy.com. So if you ever have a question on where is this thing or when is this thing happening, just go over there.
Who, what, when, where,
why, and how. Now we can move on to news.
News.
Now that we got that housekeeping out of the way.
That was our news.
Oh, that was news.
Yeah,
It was
that
just
was
our
news.
Thank you, Tyler.
Let's talk about some small purchase that took place today to kick this off. Today it was announced that EA is purchasing Codemasters, who is popular for making racing games Dirt, F1, and I believe Grid.
The Grid series.
Mm-hmm.
There's like 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah, I know they're on Switch too, I believe.
I think so.
EA will be purchasing Codemasters for $1.2 billion. Billion.
With a B.
With a B.
That's chump change.
To EA, maybe.
Well, it's interesting. This was a
No.
There was
rich stay rich, baby.
apparently a little bit of a bidding war going on. Everyone kind of thought Take-Two was going to get them, and then EA kind of swooped in at the last minute and was like, money, 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 money.
As if EA and Take-Two don't hate each other enough already. Right? EA is like, I feel like EA made that purchase only to spite Take-Two.
It's possible.
Kind of crazy. Personally, for me, this means basically nothing. I mean, they'll be on EA Play.
Yeah, slightly more games to add to my Xbox Game Pass, I guess.
Was it Dirt already on Game Pass?
Dirt was.
Dirt 5,
yeah. Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah, I'm pretty apathetic towards this news, but the price tag was interesting.
The price tag's interesting. It's a big studio. I don't think people really think about it. There's 700 people who work for Codemasters, so hopefully, and they're a UK.
I believe they're in the UK.
Developer, so hopefully all those jobs are safe, and there's always a little bit of rough patches when it comes to transitioning under new ownership and things like that. So hopefully that all goes fairly smoothly. But yeah, no, that's another interesting development in the world of games. Luke, you have any other game news?
Destiny 2 let out a press release. I don't know what they call it. It was a Bungie article.
A blog?
Yeah, a blog, sure.
A blog post.
Yes. And they kind of just talked about what's coming in next year. In 2021. They announced crossplay. They talked about transmog, which is going to come. And they also kind of addressed the loot pool that is currently in Destiny, which is a major complaint.
Yeah. It's a weak
sauce. They took out, for ratio's sake, let's say there's 20 guns in the game. They took out 15 and they added 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And lots of people are upset about that, rightfully so. It's really frustrating to just have so much taken out and not be able to get anything new. So they're adding a bunch of new guns and loot in. I'm excited. I love Destiny, so. And Vault of Glass is coming next year sometime.
They said
probably next season.
I think summer.
Couple strikes are coming.
I think it's season 4.
Yeah, 14.
Yeah, 14 is Vault of Glass.
It'll be
and 13 is the new strikes.
Spring, summer. Season 3. Whenever season 3 of this year hits.
Yeah.
Because it's a little different instead with a year not starting with the this content not dropping till November when usually it does in September. There's a bit of a gap there. Yeah, they also there was an interview, I think maybe just today surely it was today it came out, where Luke Smith was talking about adding aspects to stasis that even when you kind of unlock everything that's in the game right now, in future seasons, so not waiting a whole year, but in future seasons you'll be able to customize that stuff even more, which I thought was nice. That that gives me a reason to come back and mess with stasis every season. Modify builds and stuff like that. So yeah, Destiny 2 in a good place. A game came out. Luke, you kind of mentioned it.
Cyberpunk?
Yeah.
Been playing the heck out of it.
So
I've been playing it. Can't say I played the heck. I've played it.
Lots of people have been playing this though, because apparently it made enough money to recoup all of its development costs in a single day.
So it's doing better than Avengers. That's good.
And to put that in perspective, this game has been in development since 2012.
I think they might have made it for 2012 consoles too.
Well,
because that's kind of where the graphics are at, it looks like.
Yeah. There are some... so before we get into some of that stuff, it had 8 million pre-orders.
Oh my gosh.
And it was announced that developers will receive bonuses no matter how it scores on Metacritic. So a lot of developers in the industry, studios, they will give bonuses on quality, right? Like, so if it scores well, then they get people will get bonuses. And basically what they said is, I think they probably foresaw some of the criticism with last-gen console performance impacting those numbers, in addition to it's making a ton of money. They can afford to pay their people who they forced to work crunch for the last 2 months.
They're about
bonuses.
to get way more crunch.
And there's going to be, unfortunately, there's going to be
crunch
way more
is just beginning.
So, one of you want to talk about their little message they sent out today?
Did you see it?
Yeah, there's been a lot of backlash with the last gen consoles. It plays horrible, straight up.
Yeah.
And people were trying to get refunds, and they said, if you don't like it, go for a refund. We'll refund you.
Mm-hmm.
Which is really nice.
Because you have had some issues with getting refunds on digital purchases in the past, but it sounds like they went out of their way, and rightfully so. Like, this is the right move to make it so that that's easy to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, they also dropped like an email to contact if anybody gives you trouble on those refunds too.
Good.
To offer their own support group to help make sure those transactions go smoothly.
I can't believe this game went gold, man.
Yeah, it's
what an absolute lie.
Oh, dude,
This game was supposed to come out last April when Xbox Series X and PS5 were just a little light in the eye. Like, you had no idea had they even announced the consoles yet?
They had
officially they had.
Had we seen the PS5 yet?
We hadn't seen them.
No.
It was supposed to come out on it was made for the Xbox One X, was probably the pinnacle of that, and the PS4 Pro.
Mm-hmm.
And they're barely running on it.
This game was made for PC, and then
and it looks great on PC,
which is fine. I mean,
I've seen shots on PC, and I'm like, that looks good.
Yeah, and you can turn up your settings to dynamic on Xbox too. You shouldn't, but you can.
I turn all that stuff off.
Me too. Oh yeah,
That's
the first thing I did.
Yeah, and you have to. I had mine on performance mode for a while because I didn't even know, and then I moved it to quality, so it moves all the stuff that can go to 60 frames per second and puts it at 30. It runs so much better. Yeah. But even just on the Series X, it's not optimized for it yet.
Right.
So it looks fine.
Yeah. There's moments where it looks really pretty, and then there's moments where you're like, oh
man,
boy.
Red Dead 2 came out 2 years ago now.
Oh yeah.
Looks so much better.
Oh, for sure.
It looks so much better. It looks like a generation console difference almost.
Wow.
It's sad.
That's
so
crazy.
I mean, at this point, I'm just waiting for the optimization to finally come.
What is it supposed to be, like March?
For a long time.
Yeah.
They haven't announced the actual next gen stuff. They did announce a patch for January and February
to help performance
on the PS4, Xbox One versions of the game, which is what the PS5 and Xbox Series X versions are running currently.
Yeah, it runs fine most of the time. The load times are great.
Yeah. I bet.
Load times are good. I don't have any issue with
but
this.
I'd rather I'm used to long load times in games like this. I'd rather it look good and play good than just instantly play and then.
I think it's interesting. I watched a few comparisons of so over on Digital Foundry, they do some great analytics of games and how they run, and so they were comparing like PS4, PS4 Pro, the Xbox and then PC stuff, and just seeing how that game runs on PC, it surprises me that it doesn't really surprise me that the next gen updates aren't here yet from a certain point of view, because I think that they were so busy kit bashing the base game together that what they were hoping for was to put this thing out in April, have 6 months to optimize for next gen, and then to launch it. That's why I don't think this is coming out till June. For next gen stuff.
That's so annoying. They should have delayed this game till summer.
Oh, they should have definitely delayed it.
Everybody would complain about it. They would have lost a lot of stock, yes, but now everybody's just kind of ragging on the game.
Yeah.
Spoiler
what's worse.
Right.
We'll talk about Cyberpunk in another video or another week.
Yeah.
But I'll say this now: if you have a PS4 or an Xbox One and you haven't bought the game yet, don't buy it.
Yeah, wait.
Do not buy it. Wait.
There's our warning. That is literally like that was all I was gonna say.
If you get a new console, I will say I'm really enjoying the game a lot. But that's $500 more too.
I made my decision this week after seeing some initial stuff like floating around. I'm waiting for the next gen patch. I don't care. I had to wait till fall for Halo, so hopefully this comes out in June or July,
it'll push you through.
It'll push me through till
we'll play some Destiny time.
Oh yeah, we got some Vault of Glass to do.
Oh yeah, we just have to do the current raid.
Hey, I'm pretty much ready now.
Yeah, we still gotta get you through all the dungeons too.
What do we got? What's next?
I'll stay in the gaming world.
Do it.
Microsoft specifically. Gears 5 is getting campaign DLC tomorrow.
That's exciting.
It's kind of something I didn't expect. The game's over a year old, and then they're like, "Hey, we're gonna drop this DLC because these 3 Hivebuster characters are really popular." So they're releasing. It's like I think it's a 3 or 4 hour campaign for $20, and I'm sure you'll get some cosmetics for multiplayer as well. Excites me just because I enjoy that universe, so I'll definitely get it and play through it. And even more so now with Gears being updated for next gen, it'll look really pretty. So I'm looking forward to it.
Nice. I'm all out of gaming news.
I got one more.
Go for it.
xCloud will be on iOS browser support wise in early 2021. Sounds like.
Yep.
So they found their way around, and looks like it's gonna happen.
Browser. Woo.
Browser-based cloud gaming.
Come on, Apple.
Woo.
Woohoo.
Sounds rough.
Boo! I'll boo.
That's to me. That is a 7 out of 10 on the yee scale. That's my thought.
I give it a 10 out of 10. No, I give it a 2 out of 2 on the boo scale. Boo. Boo. And I don't even care.
Yeah, I haven't done it. I have all the stuff downloaded. I've just not done it.
I haven't done it. Never will.
I don't want to play. It doesn't seem fun to me to play that way.
Right here.
Well, yeah, but this doesn't work for it yet. And I don't want to run it through a browser. That's dumb. I'll just go downstairs. Like, if I'm going to play this, like, why would I not just go down to my Xbox and play it there?
I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, there was a moment this last week where we were watching some kids' Christmas. I do remember what it was. We were watching the Santa Claus. And I was like, I don't really care about this. I've seen this movie so many times. Be nice just to like have my iPad here, like so I'm still with them, hanging out, the family, but not have to be doing the same thing.
That's what my Switch is for.
I didn't do it. I watched. I struggled through. I don't hate the Santa Claus. It's just I don't know. I don't think it's that great.
Are you trying out for the Reindeer and the Inevitable reboot?
Nah.
Okay.
I don't want to do that.
Let's move.
Launched my career.
TV news. HBO officially picked up the Game of Thrones prequel, House of the Dragon, for 10 episodes. And we got a interesting casting announcement with that. Matt Smith is going to be playing
He's playing a young Palpatine, right?
Is that the dude from Doctor Who?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was a young Palpatine.
Prince Daemon Targaryen.
That's what he's remembered for in Star Wars.
So he's gonna be a crazy guy.
He's playing who?
Daemon
Lindelof?
Targaryen. Oh, Daemon.
He's playing Daemon Lindelof in a Game of Thrones prequel? Yes! I'm in.
So meta. Man, it's really hard for me to be excited for that.
Yeah, I'm not too... I don't know. Maybe as it gets closer...
I'm just excited because it's not the same creative team, honestly. I'm like, okay,
it'll be
I get to
intriguing.
see this in someone else's hands.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what makes it
before
exciting
the
for me.
fatigue sets in.
Yeah.
Are you done on that one?
Yeah.
Okay. There was a tweet that was quickly deleted about Sonic the Hedgehog coming to Netflix in a 3D animated show.
Got to tweet and delete it fast.
So
Gotta save that in drafts, not publish.
Yeah. I kind of like the little
Some
logo
intern
they tweeted out, though. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Just blew it.
It happens.
Poor intern.
It happens. They probably didn't get fired.
I don't know.
They did.
It's a dog
It
eat dog
generated
world.
hype for a day.
It did. I mean, I'm curious to see what that'll look like.
I mean, for all we know, they were told, "Hey, tweet this out," and then after a minute, delete it.
Yeah, that's all it takes.
It's so crazy, like when that stuff happens, how fast the internet gets a hold of it. It's mind blowing.
Mm-hmm.
It really is.
I guess I'll go. I only have one more story, and it's Marvel. It's not Disney Marvel, but it's Marvel. I don't know if there's other things.
Really? There's so many other stories. Okay, I'll just run through
I didn't
quick
write
ones.
down a ton because I knew we had a lot to get through.
No, I don't care. We're going to talk about all of it.
All of it.
Oh boy! All right, let's do this.
When do you want to comment on the future state, the next Batman reveal?
I even sent that to you guys, and I didn't
I
write
know.
it down.
I thought that was really cool.
I forgot about it.
I freaking So future state for DC Comics. What's his name? Luke Fox is gonna be playing. His name was Luke.
It's Tim.
Tim Fox. Sorry.
His other son.
Gotcha.
There is a Luke Fox.
There is. He's I'll think of it later. Yeah. So Tim Fox. I apologize.
Son of Lucius Fox.
Yes, will be playing Batman. DC
Exciting.
Future State, and the bat suit for that is sick.
Yeah, the cover of that looks awesome.
It looks so good.
Very here for it.
I kind of jokingly said this to myself after I saw it because I've made a lot of jokes about Michael B. Jordan playing Batman on the pod, and I was like, "We're one step closer, baby.
Yeah.
We're one step closer. It'll never happen." But I can make more jokes about it now because it's more relevant than ever.
We also had rumors today floating around that Chris Pine is in talks to star in a Dungeons and Dragons film for Paramount. What does a Dungeons and Dragons film look like to you guys?
Looks like whatever R.A. Salvatore has written in his 40,000 books.
It looks like any other generic fantasy
movie,
thing I've seen.
So the one tweet that I saw that I was like, please no. I mean, but no. Is that they could be doing a Jumanji thing. What if it's
I would be okay with that.
Board game / morphs
there's
into like a real life thing that morphs into a.
So I think it's
like
an
Stranger
Image
Things?
comic. Have you heard of the
No.
comic Die, Tyler?
The what?
Comic Die.
No.
So it's Jumanji, like these kids are playing a Dungeons and Dragons
type game.
And they get pulled into the game, and then they come out and they're all messed up from it. And now it's like 20 years later. They have to like play the game again and stuff, and all this crazy stuff happened. I haven't read it, but I've heard it's good.
That sounds awesome. That's Image?
Yeah.
Who's the team on that?
Kieran Galen?
And is it D-I-E or D-Y-E?
D-I-E. Yeah, it sounds super cool, and I want to read it. I just haven't.
Yeah, that sounds
gotten
awesome.
to it yet. Yeah.
Like, I'm super interested in that.
So
anytime you can talk about like psychological trauma, I'm in. That sounds bad, but I'm in.
That's why I love Mindhunter, right?
Mm-hmm.
yeah, for sure.
Love messed up people.
Another casting thing. Quintessa Swindle is going to star as Cyclone in the Black Adam movie.
Oh, that like just broke like right before this, didn't it?
Or it was earlier today.
Oh, okay.
Maybe there were rumors earlier today, but then it was confirmed.
Okay.
So that's cool. It's good to hear that more progress is being made on that movie.
The movie hasn't been canned yet.
Warner Brothers wrapped up its investigation into Ray Fisher's allegations against certain executives and director Joss Whedon of Justice League, and remedial action has been taken.
We still don't know anything.
Fisher tweeted after that was announced that some of this remedial action has been seen and some of it is yet to come, adding, "There are still conversations that need to be had and resolutions that need to be found. Thank you for your support and encouragement on this journey. We are on our way. More soon." So, sounds
Just buy
like...
it.
Dude, that sounds awesome.
Sounds like there was definitely some stuff that was found.
Mm-hmm.
We'll never know the extent.
Did you?
I don't know.
I'm sorry. Did you
Fisher
mention
might tweet
the
for us.
statement that Warner Brothers sent to him?
Yes.
Did you mention that?
I didn't mention
Okay.
it in here. Sorry.
Yeah, basically Warner Brothers like thanked him for kind of staying on it. which was kind of cool. But like you were just kind of alluding to, it sounds like they did find something substantial that was going on.
Yeah, there was definitely, and obviously, like, it would be super. I assumed something had happened. You don't. Ray Fisher's not that big of an actor. He doesn't just make up these accusations. Just aren't made up. Things happen, but on this scale, that would be very, very surprising. So it doesn't surprise me. Warner Media said to Ray that we appreciate you having the courage to come forward and assist the company with creating an inclusive and equitable work environment for its employees and partners.
I just love that Warner was willing to like kind of eat that slice of humble pie there and state that.
Yeah,
it's all right. All their directors are blasting them.
Right.
They needed to win.
That could be part of it too, though, is they need to save a little bit of face by doing something like that.
Yeah.
So, maybe trying to clean up the PR nightmare they're currently in.
Yeah. Staying on the Justice League slide of despair, Snyder says that he expects his cut of Justice League to go to theaters and will probably be rated R. Apparently, Batman uses some foul language. I will be very...
Are we going to see his donger like we did in that comic?
In Batman Damned?
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh, boy.
Dude, those are worth so much money because they changed the print.
Did they?
Yeah, they did. They reprinted him without his dong in it.
I didn't realize he got that much backlash.
Oh, it was crazy.
Oh, my word.
So, like, if you have a comic that...
Why didn't we buy that?
Because I did not want a comic with Batman's ding-a-ling flinging
You don't
about.
keep it for yourself. You keep it to sell it to some collector on eBay.
Is they still a thing?
I think so.
Oh, good.
And last story in regards to movies, and at Warner Brothers' expense. Directors continue to be pissed off at Warner Brothers for releasing their films on HBO.
Fantastic headline.
Denis Villeneuve wrote an editorial over on Variety. I encourage you to go actually read the whole thing. I will say pull a couple quotes out from here. He said, filmmaking is a collaboration reliant on the mutual trust of teamwork, and Warner Brothers has decided they are no longer on the same team. He found out this exact same day, exact same time that everyone else did. He didn't get a memo.
That is just bizarre to me. You would think a company that big would at least warn people, like, hey, we're about to go live with this announcement.
I mean, we as a small company, not we, but we're not a company. We're not a real company. Where I work, we're 400, 500 employees, and, we put out, employee previews, before we make big announcements on stuff.
Our company does that, too.
Backwards. He finishes his one of his finishing statements was, streaming services are a positive and powerful addition to the movie and TV ecosystems, but I want the audience to understand that streaming alone can't sustain the film industry as we know it before COVID. And I think that is absolutely true. There is revenue there that you will just not make with streaming. Mm-hmm. So it is important to make sure when I say we, I just mean the movie industry in general. So from executives and studios to theaters and audiences, all, when it is safe, we make that effort to keep theaters alive, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
Which I don't know if you guys ever watched the little chat in between Patty Jenkins and Aaron Sorkin.
Yeah, that was good.
And Aaron Sorkin talks about how, even when the book first came out, people thought people were going to stop going to the theater.
Mm-hmm.
Still around. Nothing is going to make it go away. The camaraderie of an audience all watching one thing together, there's nothing like it. It's one of the reasons sports is so incredible.
Yeah.
And it's the same, watching those Avengers movies are great. Even the mid-tier small movies. Even with an audience.
Yeah, for sure.
You go see that rinky-dink horror movie, Everybody screams at the same
Horror
time.
movies in theaters are some of the best experiences you can have.
You can't get that at home.
No.
Yeah, I was yelling a lot when we watched The Conjuring.
But it's not the same as 45 other people doing the same thing.
Yeah, I need that to cover me up.
For example, I saw The Conjuring in theaters when it came out, and I was like, at times, like watching through my fingers, like, and I love scary movies, but that one got me, especially in theaters. It just changes the experience so much.
I mean, heck, me and Brett went and saw Invisible Man together. Lots of people would probably be like, "Nah, that's not scary." That movie was freaking terrifying. Everybody is crazy.
I did not think it was scary.
I was so scared during like the middle bit when she doesn't quite know where he is yet, and it's like right before, like kind of during the first attack sequence. My heart almost
I
exploded.
bought that movie on Black Friday. I need to watch it again.
The paint, man. When the paint can. I screamed. I'm weak. And I'm weak.
Feel better now that you got that out?
Yeah, I feel a little better.
What else you got?
Brett was just making fun of me.
That was my last
He was
news
making fun
story.
of you?
Yeah.
So we should hop on over to our main topic.
Our main
To
topic.
transition into the Disney topic, it's more Sony.
Okay.
But it is Marvel.
Oh.
If you think somebody's gonna be back in the Spider-Man 3,
Yeah, that's right.
they are.
Yeah, I saw that
Everybody's
Sandman's
back.
coming back now too.
And Green
apparently.
Goblin. Willem Dafoe's in talks now too.
Really?
Yeah.
Good.
It's crazy.
I don't know if we'll get into it when we're going through the Disney Plus stuff, but they announced officially that it's connected to Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Which I keep talking about, like, the direction the MCU is going. I think we know it now. Like, officially we know exactly what they're doing. How they're going to do it? No clue. But we know what they're going for, and I can't wait. And we're going to figure out how they're doing it, I think, in January.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait. Can't wait.
So yeah, Disney had their shareholders meeting what was that, no, today's the 14th.
It was Thursday.
Thursday,
'Cause
last
we were
Thursday.
watching the Game Awards too.
Oh, that's right.
Speaking of the Game Awards, let's go through the winners.
Ah.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
We will have Game Awards next week.
Yeah.
Next week.
Gotcha.
Zing. Do we want to hit one of the big franchises first? Or we want to go through some of the smaller news that you just thought was interesting?
Just throw something at me and I'll tell you what I think.
Yeah, I was gonna say you kind of. I think you should control like what we, and we'll just react to it.
Speaking of control,
Yeah, did you beat it yet?
I haven't played Control. I didn't mention that earlier. I have not beaten it. I hopped in and played Destiny. It's Iron Banner weekend, guys.
It was.
Yeah.
That's fair.
No, I'm really enjoying it. It's
awesome.
It plays really smooth, really great on the Series X.
It did not play really smooth on the Xbox One, but it is awesome.
And yeah, I'm very much enjoying
Smoother
it.
than Cyberpunk.
Oh,
At least on
burn.
the last gen.
Oh yeah. It's like I don't know.
Hit me, Brett. Not physically though.
Well, direct to consumer is something that's thrown around a lot during this.
What does that mean, Brett?
Oh, that means they're streaming services, which if you weren't aware, Disney has like 3 in the US and have partners with more outside the US. But yes, they have Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus. ESPN Plus stuff, there was a couple interesting things there, a couple documentaries.
That Tom Brady Super Bowl documentary
That sounds
has
pretty cool.
Tyler written all over it.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait to watch that.
And then there was also they like locked down the SEC
Yeah.
premium games on Saturday or whatever for in the future. Anyways,
I think that starts in 2022.
ESPN stuff, we're done. We're through. That's all that was important.
And Stephen A. Smith's getting his own show if you care about that.
Yeah, sure.
He's fun to watch. That dude cracks me up. Especially when he hates Cowboys. Every week.
Hulu had a couple of big announcements.
Do we want to group Hulu FX? I guess
Yeah,
it's all
yeah.
the same. Okay.
Yep, FX is now has officially been absorbed into Hulu. So they still kind of have their own brand. So there's like Fox, 20th Century, so 20th Century Studios, Fox, Searchlight, or I guess it's just Searchlight now.
It's just Searchlight Studios.
Searchlight Studios and FX, all kind of are going to create content for Hulu, which the biggest disappointment.
Only Hulu?
And I'm not even sure.
Like, does all their stuff go to Hulu?
That's what they made it sound like. Because Searchlight does some amazing stuff that I hope makes it to theaters still.
How come the directors are complaining about that one?
They were vague enough about it they could probably claim deniability. But yeah. So there's an Alien TV show that they're producing.
It'll be interesting.
Is it a remake of the first Alien, or is that a continuation?
No,
I think it's a continuation.
It's a continuation.
Yeah.
And it's set on Earth.
Oh, screwed.
Super screwed. We got dinosaurs.
I guess the aliens have already been on Earth if you consider AVP canon. The movie's awesome. It's not canon, but gosh, that's a guilty pleasure.
It is fun to watch.
They announced a couple things that are coming back. The Handmaid's Tale. What We Do in the Shadows. Atlanta. Hulu is essentially becoming the home for the adult content of Disney's branch.
For the U.S.
Yeah, outside the U.S., they're partnering with Star.
Star, yeah.
Which I don't
know much about Star, but
I think it's just part of Disney. I don't think they're
partnering.
I think they just own it.
That's where Spartacus was.
On Star? Or not? I thought that was Stars.
Oh, I thought that's what we were talking about.
Oh, no, it's different.
No, different.
Different thing.
I don't know anything.
There were a couple things for FX on Hulu. Were you still going through
go for it.
Okay, so Why the Last Man?
Yep.
Was the one that created the most intrigue for me. I haven't read the comic book like Luke has, but when I read of it, I was like, yeah, I'd watch whatever this turns into. I don't know. There's nothing about it yet. I hope that it's good, because I just feel like that's such a popular comic book, and it has such a rich story that you'll hear people talk about it. You just type it in.
Yeah, it's one of the greatest comics stories ever written. It's not even just comic, just stories.
And it's Brian K. Vaughan, right?
Yeah. It still confuses me how FX has the rights to that, because it's a Vertigo DC property, so HBO Max is really losing out there. So congrats, FX. They need to recast their lead. I know. Work, I think, was going to be one of the dudes from what was that Nolan movie when they're on the beach and they're like, we're stuck. Dunkirk. The kid, one of the kids, I think was going to be York, but he left. So that show's been in limbo for
they did announce
10 years.
Diane Lane is in it, which I guess that was announced a long time ago, but they confirmed that.
You haven't read it, so I won't talk about her character, but I'm curious what they're gonna do with her, especially since they cast Diane Lane.
Is she playing? I won't say.
He's the president.
Okay.
Yeah. So It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia got greenlit for another 4 seasons. If you're a fan of that.
4 more seasons. Imagine getting hey, we're gonna let you keep going. Oh, okay, another season, another 4. Oh gosh.
Okay. Well, I get to go home.
Disney. So is there any other FX?
Yeah, American Horror Stories.
Oh yeah,
an anthology show from Ryan Murphy. FX on Hulu. Ryan Murphy's been doing a lot with Netflix lately too. So if you like his work, now there's going to be 2 places you can find it.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Now, yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Let's talk one of the big ones. Can we talk about some Marvel stuff?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the big right out of the gate thing that they said was that they're making 10 series for Disney Plus of Marvel content.
That's
This
so
does
much.
not count movies, and this is over the next few years. Few to me is 3 to 4.
Yep,
So
I agree.
that's probably 4 or 5 shows a year,
That's crazy.
which it seems insane to me.
Oof.
We'll see if all of them pan out. There's some that we know of already. Obviously, we have things like Loki and
Falcon Winter Soldier,
WandaVision,
Miss
and all of those
Marvel.
got trailers.
Hawkeye, Moon Knight, She-Hulk.
Yep. Which there were a few little stories on some of those.
Miss Marvel.
I said that.
Oh, I didn't hear you.
Miss Marvel.
They had like a little video for that.
Some of them
one
had
too.
little featurettes or
Yeah.
videos. We got word that Tim, and I don't know if it was from this, but Tim Roth coming back for She-Hulk, and Mark Ruffalo also being there for She-Hulk. Very much.
So
This is
Winslow
the-
Tyler coming
This
back.
is very
She
much
gonna be
a
in Spider-Man 3.
connected universe.
Sure he is. So is Mark Ruffalo. As his character from Dark Waters.
Sorry.
You're good.
I don't have a lot of. I actually don't have as much stuff written down as you probably think.
We
So
did get trailers
I'm
for
reading a few
Falcon
things.
Winter Soldier.
Yep,
Looked good.
looked good.
It did
Lots
look
of
good.
lots of running. Lots of
Yeah.
lots of movement.
Naturally.
Those two aren't just gonna sit around and drink coffee and chat.
We got another trailer for WandaVision.
Hmm.
But we got our first look at Loki.
Man.
I'm pretty intrigued by that show.
Me too.
And
Very.
I feel like they're tricking me because the WandaVision trailer and the Loki trailer both had like this tone that is not Marvel. Normal Marvel. Now, Falcon Winter Soldier, I kind of expect more of like a Winter Soldier Civil War tone.
Traditional.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Mm.
But like, not with all this other stuff, especially like after Ragnarok, where Loki's like, "Bleh."
Yeah.
Where he's like, what? How'd that go again?
Bleh. But yeah, I really like that Loki trailer.
Me too. It was like 3 minutes of just chaos.
Yeah.
Also, Owen Wilson looks hilarious.
Did they announce he was in that?
I feel like they did a long time ago.
I think it was maybe
If they did, I totally forgot, and he was there, and I was like, wow.
Yeah.
I feel like it was maybe rumored. It was one of those things where it came up one week and it was we kind of like
Maybe touched on it a little bit. But
I actually forgot again until you just said it.
yeah.
no, that show. So I was jokingly gonna say the only thing that matters is Loki, but that trailer, like that show looks good to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very interested, and again, just the direction they're going is so weird. And we always joke about needing more weird stuff. I think we're gonna get all of the weird stuff. I can't wait.
So we got some new shows announced. We got Secret Invasion, which that's an animated one, right?
No, that's What If.
Yeah, what if
Well, I thought Secret Invasion was also.
No, I think that one's live.
Okay, Secret Invasion, Armor Wars.
Boo.
Yeah, Armor Wars was the one where it was like, we're making Armor Wars, and I was like,
If that would have been in Hall H, and everybody's like going crazy for all this stuff, Armor Wars, crickets. Everyone would be like, okay, what's next?
I think
Godzilla's coming back.
I think Armor
as
Wars.
Captain Planet? No.
We have this kind of theme. We're seeing a theme here, which is everything's connected. I think Armor Wars is connected with Ironheart.
Yeah.
And Ironheart is one I'm actually really interested in.
Ironheart sounds great.
Yeah.
Armor Wars. It sounds like the robot things fighting. Beast Wars? Bot Wars? What was that?
Beast War.
We like the robots go out and there's ones that going and they fight each other. What was that?
That was robot.
BattleBots or something.
It does sound like BattleBots. I mean, that fits.
That's what I
Maybe
think
that-
of.
Yeah, that's a terrible title. I like that's the one announcement I was like scrolling through. I'm like, oh, that's cool. That's cool. Get to the next one. Yeah, that whatever.
It made me. What is his name? I can remember Rhodey.
Oh.
What's his character? What's his alter ego?
War Machine.
Yeah.
Call it that. War Machine. That sounds so much better. It kind of sounds like Wash Machine now.
Well,
it's kind of making fun of it.
It's based off of a
Wash Machine.
It is based
So
off
nor'easter
a
saying
comic
wash
story.
machine.
So I think they're just.
It'll be a
making
limited
sure
series.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Hopefully, like 3 episodes to introduce Ironheart and move on.
We're getting a little kids show. I Am Groot.
Okay. Next.
Sarah will be excited for that.
I was gonna say that one's good for you.
Yep. And we're also getting a Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special.
That'll be funny.
I think
Yeah,
that'll be
that'll be fun.
hilarious. And that one is set to come out next Christmas, which reminds me that we're like really close to having Guardians 3 being shot.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
They're probably just gonna shoot it on set.
Yeah,
I
that's
assume.
what they said.
Oh,
They're just
really?
like, yep,
Cool.
everyone's here. Let's just shoot this little thing.
Sweet.
Tack it on to either the end or middle of production or whatever.
I'm curious if it's just gonna be Peter Quill trying to teach all them about Christmas.
Like
That would be
20-minute
awesome.
special.
Yeah. It's like, guys, this is what we used to do when I was a kid. Let's do it.
I love it.
That's a great idea.
That's my script. Guys, we used to do this as a kid. Let's do it. Luke. By Luke.
Over in the
No last
MCU movie world, we got confirmation finally that Christian Bale has come aboard Thor: Love and Thunder as Gore, the God Butcher. I don't know who that character is,
I don't know a lot
but
about
I'm
him
excited
either.
about Christian
It's
Bale.
Christian Bale.
Yeah, it'll be good. He'll crush it.
That awkward silence where nobody knows if they should talk first. So it sounds like we're like, boo.
No, it's Christian Bale.
Yeah.
We're happy.
Ant-Man 3 got its title.
This is such a good title.
Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
I love this title card so much.
I'm really glad we're getting an Ant-Man 3.
Was it ever in doubt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do not make near as much money.
I just didn't think, like, moving forward from Endgame, I was like, what characters will they move forward with? And he was one I figured they'd at least do 1 or 2 more
Everyone likes
movies
Paul
for.
Rudd, and
Yeah.
he's funny, and
And
I
they're
think that
moving-
one is like
they're moving towards the Wasp thing too, so it gives them more characters. Like it just
Well, speaking of more characters, we got a recast in this movie. Catherine Newman will be playing Cassie Lang, so no longer is I don't remember.
She wasn't a big actress, which
No.
that sucks for her. I don't know if she was busy or not.
I thought she was fine.
Well,
So
I
I
don't-
don't know why you don't just.
It kind of frustrates me. Catherine Newton's fine, whatever, but like, why not give the young girl a chance? Let her make a name for herself. No, we want a star.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. She'd be cheaper.
wasn't
Yeah.
she remembered in Endgame?
Catherine Newton
No.
or whoever Cassie Lang was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
I mean, I
was
think we just all
probably-
assumed because she's
She's
like
she-
25 now.
They end up being a character. Yeah. Everyone's family members, everyone's descendants end up becoming a version of
Yeah.
their
Well,
parents.
we need that
superheroes.
Young Avengers movie or show in the future.
Yep.
We gotta get there somehow.
Captain Marvel 2 is happening, as we all know. But we mentioned Kamala Khan is coming in there, and then Monica Rambeau is also going to be. She's been obviously recast because the young lady who played her in Captain Marvel 1,
Yeah, she's
not nearly old enough. that
it's like
recasting
a
makes
30-year
sense.
age difference. She's gonna be in WandaVision, right? I think she's in WandaVision too.
Oh, both of them are.
Isn't
Monica
it
Rambeau.
Yeah.
Oh, and
Same
Kamala
actress.
Khan,
Okay.
I think.
And the girl playing Monica Rambeau is from she's in No Time to Die, isn't she?
Oh, is she?
Lashana Lynch. She was the pilot. She was the mom.
Oh, okay.
She was, yeah,
Sorry.
she was the mom. Yep. And then finally, we got the announcement that Black Panther 2, for Black Panther 2, director and writer Ryan Coogler will not recast Chadwick Boseman's T'Challa. T'Challa's not being recast, doing that kind of in honor of Chadwick, and instead we'll explore Wakanda and the cast of characters that were introduced in the first film.
Good choice.
So I'm
all
on
for
board with
that.
that choice. I don't know. I'd probably be on board with whatever they decide to do.
Now, did they keep the title Black Panther 2?
Probably.
Yeah.
I think so. But yeah.
Interesting.
Anything else MCU that I missed?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you missed
Oh.
the biggest one.
What did I? Oh my gosh.
John Watts is directing
Oh Lord.
Fantastic Four.
I skipped that.
Marvel's first family.
You fiend! You fiend!
I skipped it so you could say it. Liz.
You liar. You
I-
liar.
I can't wait till the playback of this is out and you can watch as you're like, is there anything else? And Luke and I are just like, I'm about to end this man's whole life. Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Long overdue. So excited about
Been waiting
this.
for when the MCU start. Or wait, when did they get Fox? Stuff?
2 years now, I think. A year and a half ago.
Been waiting for 2 years.
I'm going to put my flag on the ground now with it being John Watts. We're going to meet one of the members, maybe two of the members of the family in Spider-Man 3.
Oh yeah. Spider-Man 3 is essentially just Civil War, right?
Spider-Man 3 is essentially a backdoor pilot for every MCU property ever.
So it's a Civil War.
Kind of, but more.
Yeah.
It's like Spider-Man 2, like where it's like MCU.
Yeah.
MCU. It's going to be
It's
more of that.
Spider-Man 4, 3, Fantastic Four, half,
0.5. So what you're saying is I should be more excited for
and
Fantastic
Avengers
Four than I am
4.5.
for Spider-Man 3 because I saw this hilarious tweet. I think
Dude,
one
I
of
was
you-
getting ready to mention it.
Do I have to have watched Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 3, The Amazing Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man
Or
Homecoming, Spider-Man...
Far From Home.
Yeah.
To understand what the story is going to be.
Yeah.
Dude, that Spider-Man
I actually
movies-
think it was even simpler. I think, do I have to watch Spider-Man
It was
1,
like numbered.
1, 2,
yeah.
2, 3...
Yeah.
No, yeah.
It was Spider-Man.
It was
1,
Spider-Man
1, 2, 2, 3, 1,
1,
2.
2.
Should
Yeah.
I try 2? Okay. That was a lot of numbers.
It was.
Too many numbers. I'm not a numbers guy.
We're speaking Morse code about Spider-Man, basically.
So yeah.
Yeah, give me my Fantastic Four movie now. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah.
And John Watts, I think, is a good choice for director.
He's done good with Spider-Man.
With Spider-Man just now shooting, we're expecting Fantastic Four when?
2024.
24.
I'm going to say 20.
I'm going to say 24.
It's going to be like holiday 23.
I do think they pump out those Spider-Man movies faster than the Marvel movies.
They
though.
do them so quick.
Yeah.
It is crazy.
So I could see him, if he kind of already has an idea, hitting the ground with a script really soon after.
Well, he
they
has
wrap
to. He's
on.
writing the backdoor pilot right now. It's in the movie.
It's all connected.
It's going to be like a Pixar movie. There's going to be a Fantastic Four short before it.
Yep.
I just want to know who the cast is going to be.
We didn't talk
know
about
who it's
the
gonna
the What If trailer.
Oh, yeah.
That was dope.
I'm really excited for
I'm
that.
very excited for
Plus,
that.
anything animation, superhero related, I'm kind of already on board for.
That
Mhm.
animation reminds me of the Apex Legends Stories from the Outland
Mm.
movies.
Yeah.
That's what it looked like to me. I was like, oh, this is cool.
That animation's great because it lasts.
Mm-hmm.
It looks good no
Yep.
matter
How long you wait.
how long you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not gonna it
And that's summer next year, right? I believe. Summer 2021.
sounds right.
It's
And
definitely
at
one
least
of
that-
the sooner ones.
And the ones we got kind of alluded to was Carter as Captain
Britain.
Yeah, Captain Britain. We got
And then-
T'Challa as
yeah.
Star-Lord, Zombie Captain America. Is there any others?
Oh, there's an Iron.
I think
There was
Steve
a
was
do-
Iron Man.
There was a Doctor
in the
Strange
past.
one. Yeah, there's a
There was
Doctor Strange one. Like fighting himself. from a
It's gonna be
mirror.
cool.
Yeah,
I'm
it's gonna be
excited.
awesome.
I'm excited.
That's been one that's been on our radar for a long time, though. We've talked about that one for a while.
Disney Animation has 4 new series based on movies. So we're getting a Big Hero 6 show, a Zootopia show.
What's the title of that Zootopia show, though?
Zootopia Plus. It's meta jokes, guys.
Woo! I
I
could think of a lot better names than that.
Yeah.
Boo to all these. And I love Moana.
Princess and the Frog and Moana. Those are all getting Disney Plus shows, and I don't think Zootopia is the one I'm probably most curious about.
Yep.
But I'm not really excited for any of these. I guess it gives my child something to watch. Gosh dang it, Disney. I see what you're doing.
Look what you've done to me.
You okay over there?
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
All right, cool.
Stomach is audibly.
They had some
Your
other
stomach's
stuff.
on your shoulder. Why are you causing us so much pain?
Let's see. Pixar has 3 upcoming shows for Disney Plus. Doug Days from Up follows the dog. Doug, Lightning McQueen, and Mater are going on a cross-country trip.
Is Larry the Cable Guy still around? Like, what's that guy doing?
He's probably just doing these kind of things.
You probably have to pay him so much to do that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what does he cost for this?
I mean, but he's not doing anything else, so he's probably just like, give me a check.
Who's watching the Cars stuff?
Yeah,
don't
like,
know.
Cars still has enough traction for this to still be a thing?
Like the first Cars movie, I'll say it was good.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the best Pixar movie. They made 2 sequels to that and a show and all this nonsense.
The third one had Armie Hammer in it.
Dude, the second Cars movie is one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
I don't even remember it. What happens in the second one?
Mater's a spy.
Oh, that is the spy one.
Is that the one with the old dude?
Yeah, with Michael Caine.
No, you're thinking of 3.
Oh,
I haven't watched 3.
You're thinking of 3.
I haven't seen 3.
There's an old guy in each one, though.
There is an old guy in each one.
I don't. I only.
The first one is Doc. The second one was Michael Caine, and the third one is. I didn't watch the third one because the second one was so bad.
Doc's friend. I've seen it, but
Okay, Doc.
I watched the second one at a kids camp, and the kids were driving me crazy, and it's like one of the reasons I don't like kids anymore. And it was so hot, and I watched it in 30-minute segments, and I hated every second of it. Car Street sucks, man. I hate that movie so much.
I gathered. Okay, keep going.
And then Pixar's doing one original series called Win or Lose. We'll follow a middle school co-ed softball team.
Oh yeah, I saw this one.
With each episode centering on a different character's perspective of the same events. I think that could be pretty cool.
So it's like Vantage Point,
Just
because
because
death.
of how
It's the middle school softball team.
Pixar. I really like how Pixar handles those kind of emotional stories. So they can hit that.
It'll make you cry.
I'm not here for the next one though. A Toy Story thing. It's a Pixar movie called Lightyear.
I can't wait. This was hilarious.
This is so stupid.
This is hilarious for multiple reasons. One, they announced it, and everybody's like, oh, Buzz Lightyear's getting a spin-off movie. A day or two later, Chris Evans is like, just so we're clear, guys, because Disney wasn't, I'm playing the person that inspired the toy of Buzz Lightyear, not the toy Buzz Lightyear. And I was like, wow. When the star of your movie that's coming out has to clarify what you announced, that's concerning from a marketing standpoint.
Yep.
I've seen this movie. It's called Buzz Lightyear Star Command. It was animated in 2D style, and it was awesome. It's probably not that good, but I loved it.
Also, this totally feels like a Disney's like, hey, since you're done with Captain America, we're going to do this real quick. We'll give you a bunch of money. And he's like, okay.
I need to eat.
Boston ain't cheap.
I need to eat $1 million steak every night.
Gotta get my Pepperidge Farm.
We are getting a Night at the Museum animated reboot? I don't know what that is.
Dude, there were so many weird little announcements like that. Like the Turning Red show.
Yeah,
movie. That just seems so weird.
I feel like a lot of these are just like, they had a big old bowl of spaghetti.
This is the pandemic thing that Brett had kept alluding to.
Yeah.
So many people are going to just write stuff, and so many things are going to get agreed to, and none of it's going to get made. Turning Red is the most bizarre sounding thing I've ever... Did you read the synopsis?
Yeah.
I didn't read a lot of the Disney stuff.
Dude, it's about a kid who, like, when they start to get nervous, I think?
She gets too excited.
She gets too excited.
Transforms into a giant red panda.
Dude, what?
It sounds like a weird anime.
Dude, it's so weird.
But I know Disney won't
Look
do
at the
it in that
panda,
style.
though. It's not even cute.
No, F that. Get out of here. Burn it to the ground. Whoever wrote that, I don't like you.
Oh, my God.
Who wrote it? It's probably like Nolan or something.
The director of the
It's pissing me
Academy
off anyway.
Award-winning short Bayo.
Oh! Oh, gross!
I knew that would get Luke to react. Because I remember Luke hated Bayo so
Bam
much.
sucks! Oh, gross!
I like Bayo.
Dude, I was like gagging when we were watching that.
I think Bayo's really strange.
It's strange.
I remember, like, she freaking eats the turnip or whatever, the what is
Dumpling.
the dumpling at the end. I was like, just like, what the world am I watching right now? Oh, it's the worst. I hate it.
Well, now
so
you get
much.
an ugly red panda child thing.
What movie was that before?
Bayo? I think it was in... No, it wasn't Incredibles.
I don't remember.
It was more recent. Frick.
Incredibles 2.
Coco?
No, Coco had the Frozen one that was 30 minutes,
Oh
wasn't
my
it?
gosh.
Oh, that's
yeah.
right. Yeah, I had the TV episode that they were trying to
Keep
pitch.
going.
Anyways.
I'll try and find it.
Moving on to Disney, my least favorite part of this, Disney's live-action remakes.
It was Incredibles 2.
Oh, I was...
You know, I bet that's why I liked Incredibles 2 so much. It's a good movie, but I bet that made it a lot better.
So, yes, The Lion King 2 is a prequel.
Ugh.
Thingy.
Listen, I know
Yikes.
The Lion King was not very good.
Who's
the
directing
new version?
the prequel one?
Barry Jenkins.
That's right.
But this is just outright disrespect to Lion King 2. Like, The Lion King 2 is one of the best animated sequels, and most of those are really bad. I actually really liked the sequel. It has some great music. Just so disrespectful, I feel like. Not in like a, wow, that's horrible way, just like a, oh,
Come on.
it's like boo.
Yeah.
Boo. 2 out of 2 on the boo scale. Barry Jenkins is a good director, though.
Also, The Little Mermaid getting remade. Those are both going to theaters
They announced
for now.
the cast of that one, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Daveed Diggs is in it.
Oh,
And
yeah,
Sebastian.
Sebastian.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Carly, my sister-in-law, was talking to me. Like, Luke, is The Little Mermaid gonna be good? And I was like, probably not, because most of them aren't good because they're just cash grabs at this point.
Sadly. Sadly. But we do have a few live-action remakes that are going, or I won't call them remakes, live-action movies that are going to Disney Plus. Chippendale Rescue Rangers. Yeah, that's a remake.
With Andy Samberg
Yeah,
and...
what an interesting
is it John
creative-
Mulaney?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Andy Samberg?
Yeah. Very interesting creative choice, but
John Mulaney... Here, it's 2020, and we're talking about an Andy Samberg and John Mulaney Chippendale movie.
yeah.
What do you think that looks like?
SNL skit.
Exactly, but it's not those Chippendales that
Nope.
you think of. That is such a weird.
Wait,
announcement.
is this going to Disney Plus or is it going to
Disney
Hulu?
Plus.
Disney-
Yeah, right. We're getting a
Chippendale.
Peter and Wendy movie. It's a Peter Pan remake.
Doesn't that one have-
reimagining?
Jude Law in it?
Yes.
As Hook?
As Hook.
This one's going to Disney Plus.
Huh?
Mhm.
And the Disney live-action Pinocchio remake is going to Disney Plus as well,
With Tom Hanks
with Tom Hanks. Yes.
Well, that would be good.
and Zemeckis directing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're a fan of Zemeckis and Hanks' work, it will probably be fine.
His recent work?
Maybe we should clarify. We're also getting a sequel to the 2007 princess movie Enchanted, called Disenchanted.
Is this
That's the
connected
one
to that
with-
Simpson show?
It's the one with Amy. No, this is the one with Amy Adams, who like starts off as like in a princess world and then comes to the real world and can sing to
You're talking about that earlier.
animals and stuff like that.
Idina Menzel's gonna come back. Like she's gonna be like, oh no, I'm not animated anymore.
Yeah.
I think
Maybe
Dana
I'm
was
just gonna be like,
interested
oh,
in that.
Stephanie really likes the first one.
Yeah,
so
Dana does too.
I think there must be an audience.
Yeah, there's also an audience for another movie that got a sequel announcement. Hocus Pocus 2.
Oh yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of Hocus Pocus, but there is a huge group of people that love it. Dana being one of them. She was not excited about Hocus Pocus 2.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
She was not thrilled on that announcement. Which I was kind of shocked. I thought she'd be excited, but she was. Now we're getting to the good stuff.
Okay. Lucasfilm.
Who are they?
Are we ready?
Yeah, they do stuff, right?
They do stuff. And
did they sell a while back?
Luke is film.
Yeah.
Luke is film, dude.
Luke
That's
is
a good
film.
name. Dude, that is a great actual like spoof name.
Can we trademark that? Real
Yeah.
quick?
Luke is film.
Trademarked. Stamp it.
So there's one
Third
that I want to
stamp.
throw out there real quick. The Willow
Triple stamp. No takesy backsies.
The Willow sequel with Warwick Davis is happening.
I've never seen Willow.
I know, no one has, but I'm excited for Warwick to get a chance at. I feel like he just kind of always gets.
I don't even know who that is. I'm gonna look him up.
Okay.
Keep going.
Anyways,
Sorry.
I'm excited for him because that's a big deal. For
You'll
him.
recognize him.
On to Star Wars. So
Okay.
many Star Wars.
Lots of wars going on in the stars still. Well, just one.
Yeah.
The same one.
The war that never ends. Sorry, the Lucasfilm website wants to just reset every time I scroll down.
Just go
Take
to
me back to the tab.
lukeisfilm.gov.
We got the announcement of 10 shows that are coming to Disney Plus. Why none of the Star Wars stuff will ever make it over to Hulu? That makes me sad. We got confirmation of the Obi-Wan Kenobi.
And we got title cards.
And we got the title cards are really cool.
Important to note.
I wish we could throw these up. I have that technology. Why have I not implemented it?
Yeah.
Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Love
10
this title card, by the way.
10 years after the dramatic events of Revenge of the Sith,
Sick.
where he faced his greatest defeat and the corruption of his best friend and Jedi apprentice, Anakin Skywalker. The series is directed by Deborah Chow. She did some of The Mandalorian Season 1. So, like, we had kind of thought that this idea of bringing in a bunch of different directors for episodes of The Mandalorian would then...
Tryouts.
They would give... Yeah, they're tryouts. That's what these are.
Come to the tryouts.
So, we also got the confirmation that Hayden Christensen would be returning as Darth Vader. How do you feel about that?
He's Darth Vader, so that's cool. He'll be in a suit.
Yes.
So,
And his
assume-
voice will be dubbed.
I assume that means at some point his helmet will come off.
Probably, and we'll get to see...
We'll get to see what he looks like.
We're going to see him in his egg.
Egghead?
His healing egg.
Yeah. I do think it was really interesting, kind of the thing that was said, that the Anakin, or the Vader versus Obi-Wan showdown would be the rematch of the century, were Kennedy's words, which makes me nervous, but...
Oh, boy.
I bet they never fight.
I think they have to, right?
No.
Nobody can win, though. Like, that's the weird part.
Yeah. It has to be a...
It has to be
broken
somebody
up
gets
by
away, yeah.
The shattering of Starkiller Base.
Look, I'm just excited for Ewan McGregor
Yeah.
to come back and play
Agreed.
Obi-Wan.
My big question is just like, in A New Hope, when Obi-Wan is on the Death Star, Darth Vader's like, oh, what's this feeling I got? I haven't felt this in a really long time.
Retcons, Luke. It's all retcons now. Don't ask too many questions.
I have to. As a Star Wars fan, I feel inclined somebody has to ask it. So I ask.
Well, Luke, get excited and stop asking questions because they're making an Ahsoka live action series.
We all knew this one was coming, right?
Yep. So written by Dave Filoni. Of course, this is Filoni's baby.
He's not gonna let that thing
Not
go
gonna
to
let that go
anybody.
to anyone else. Rosario Dawson coming back. She made her debut in The Mandalorian season 2.
Spoilers.
Um,
It's out. I mean,
we're talking Star Wars stuff.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Yeah.
It's kind of set at the same time as Mandalorian. So
Yeah, it seemed like they kind of made that disclaimer with a few of the shows.
Yep.
That they were set in that same timeline.
Yep, same as the next one, the Rangers of the New Republic.
Give me Mayfeld. That.
Oh.
And I will be
Mayfeld?
yeah.
That's the
Bill Burr's character.
okay.
Give me him in that, and I'll be way more interested.
Yeah, that one could be. Also, what's her name could be in there.
Gina Carano?
Yeah.
I could do without her, but sure.
But I'm just saying timeline-wise. And
Yeah.
You could throw a brick wall in
character-wise.
there too. You just act just as good.
Oh, dang.
maybe better.
She's so bad at acting. I can't take it when she's on screen.
Yeah, she's pretty
It's
terrible.
like watching a tree act.
I do think
Marshall now.
this one is the one that they kind of said it will interact with future stories. So my guess is that this Mandalorian and Ahsoka are all kind of interweaving, and each of them will tie into kind of what they do with either in the MCU or you think of like the Arrowverse or any of the kind of those shows where it's like, here's a big climactic event, season finale event. I think that's what's happening.
Which is really cool. But I know Star Wars is a lot more popular than the Arrowverse will ever dream of being.
Yeah.
But that kind of came to bite them doing that. It's a really cool idea. It's all, and even Netflix tried to do it with Defenders. Problem is, not everybody watches those shows.
You gotta keep it
watching
simple.
a show is an investment. Watching
Yeah.
a movie is 2 hours. So those Avengers movies are really easy to do. But especially with the Arrowverse,
And
you have to watch about 180 episodes
Yeah.
of television if you want to understand what's happening in the crossover.
Yeah.
I know there's going to be less episodes, and it's Star Wars, so it's more popular.
But that is a great point.
But I worry about that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys think Bo-Katan fits in Rangers? Some form
No,
of
she'd
fashion?
be in the Ahsoka show, I bet.
She'll definitely be in the Ahsoka show.
Ahsoka or Mandalorian.
More
She's
so
a
than that one.
Mandalorian.
Yeah, I think more so than that one. My guess is, well, although the thing about the Rangers is that it's like also Dave Filoni and John Favreau. So
Filoni's one of the actors. Not two. Maybe he's going to be the X-Wing pilot, and he and his buddy are going to be driving around going,
Yeah.
let's go up them. Let's go up them.
They're speeding.
Yeah.
Is that who drive an X-Wing?
Probably.
Well, if they're gonna
No,
catch
not that.
if they're gonna catch anyone speeding, it's gonna be Lando Calrissian as he soars into Disney Plus.
We just make the same noise. That's our Witcher impression. How'd we do?
It was lovely.
What did they say? Did they say anything about who's playing Lando in this?
No. Nope. Just that Justin Simeon is developing the story.
Is it just a limited series, or is this like a show?
So
Like a full show?
it says a brand new event series.
So it's a
I
would
think it
assume.
probably means a limited thing. But
How much is Donald Glover's price tag?
look, if it's not Donald Glover, I don't care.
Yeah, that's kind of where I land on this. Looks like I don't care regardless.
Honestly, I don't.
Yeah.
But the only thing that could gather any interest whatsoever is if Donald Glover is in there.
Yeah.
If he's not, I'm canceling Disney Plus.
No, you're
Just
not.
kidding. I can't
Lies.
do that.
Well, then let's move on to something that I'm excited about. Andor. This is
This has a cool title card.
It has a very cool title card. Returning actor Diego Luna is playing the rebel spy Cassian Andor from Rogue One. In this spy thriller, it's being created by Tony Gilroy. and
the savior of Rogue One.
There's a couple, There's a couple cast members that were announced. Stellan Skarsgård. I think they had just started production on this.
Yeah, they had a little sizzle reel.
The sizzle reel was kind of neat to see some of the sets, and it's nice to see Star Wars stuff that's not in the volume. I know that it's definitely the future still. They're going to be developing a lot in the volumes, but that was nice to be like, hey, that's a set.
Yeah, they really built that.
They built that there. I'm excited just because it's a bit of a different genre. Spy thriller in Star Wars we haven't really got. We thought we might get that a little more with Rogue One, and that was not the case. Very traditional Star Wars-y.
There's 3 different movies.
It was. You're not wrong.
I'll never stop blasting them for that.
Andor doesn't interest me a ton, but I'll watch it.
Fair.
I think it'll be a good watch, but yeah, the interest is pretty low. Just I think mainly for me, the big thing is I kind of like not knowing about him.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I don't have to watch it, and I don't have to learn that stuff. I mean, it's Star Wars. I can't help it.
I was gonna say
I have no excitement for Lando whatsoever, and I'm probably gonna still end up watching it.
Yep.
Because I can't help myself.
Especially live action Star Wars TV shows, like The Mandalorian being so good, it's kind of hard to not want to watch what they do next.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. Next is The Acolyte, which is a mystery thriller that will take the audience into a galaxy of shadowy secrets and emerging dark side powers in the final days of the High Republic.
So when I first saw this, I got super excited because I saw the words High Republic. And I was like, oh my gosh, they're finally doing it. They're moving out of the Civil War era. And then I saw the rest of it before it, and I was like, oh, this is just right before Clone Wars.
Yeah, so this is not the Old Republic.
Or right before Phantom Menace.
The High Republic.
This is the rise of Palpatine.
Probably going to finally see Plagueis.
You know what makes this so weird to me and makes me pause? Mystery thriller. I just don't know what that means in this context.
Yeah.
It does not make sense to me.
Good question, boss.
I don't understand.
A lot like Andor, I think just the idea of it being kind of a riff on a different genre gets me excited for it.
Oh yeah.
More than the setting and content, because again, we've had enough of the Emperor.
Yeah, we know what it is.
But
especially Brett.
Yeah, I'm more excited for the Acolyte than Andor.
Yeah.
Give me something like Legion, except in the Star Wars world. That's what I want.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Next we get our animated show, The Bad Batch.
Yeah! I'm super excited for this. Mainly because of the animation style. I think it's so good.
Yeah.
I didn't watch this trailer because I was worried it would spoil something.
Oh, that's fair.
So I didn't watch it.
Yeah. Bad Batch, because they were
I'm so proud of you.
in season 7 of Clone Wars is when they're introduced.
Yeah, because isn't there an episode called The Bad Batch? I feel like I remember
There's
you
like
guys saying that.
4 with them in it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's the first 4 episodes are Bad Batch.
The next 3 are...
Next 4 were Ahsoka chilling on Coruscant.
And then the last
dealing drugs.
3 or 4 were Ahsoka
and
getting...
then you got the Siege of Mandalore, which is why
exciting.
you're really there.
Next we have Star Wars Visions.
What if?
Dude, this sounds sweet.
Yeah, this sounds awesome.
Yeah, presenting an all-new creative takes on the galaxy far, far away. It will be a series of animated shorts celebrating Star Wars through the lens of the world's best anime creators. The anthology collection will bring 10 fantastic visions from several of the leading Japanese anime studios, offering a fresh and diverse cultural perspective to Star Wars.
This was Star Wars from a certain point of view turned into a TV show.
Have you guys watched... there's 3 that I can think of that I've seen. There's Halo Legends, Matrix Animeverse or something. I don't know. I can't remember.
Oh, yeah.
And there's Batman Gotham Knights. It's like a bunch of anime shorts is what they all are.
Gotcha.
And this is what it kind of reminds me of.
I really enjoy Halo Legends.
The Animatrix is what it's called.
Oh, yeah.
It's really cool. And like some of them are fine and some of them are sweet, especially in the Batman one. So I'm really excited to see just different
different takes.
visions
Yeah.
and takes of the Star Wars universe in some really cool animation styles.
Indeed. Finally, let's talk about some feature films. First is an untitled one Taika Waititi's doing. Not really anything information there, but just a nice reminder that it's still happening, unlike some other creatives that they haven't talked about for years. Taika's approach to Star Wars will be fresh, unexpected, and unique, said Kennedy. That it gets me excited, but I have a feeling the fanboys will not like it.
It's probably going to be about the Cantina Band and how on their rise through the different Star Wars bands and how they got to Jabba's palace or something.
I think going into this knowing that Taika is gonna flip it all up, like just do a bunch of weird stuff, I think it'll be a little bit easier for people to digest.
Yeah, that makes sense. And it's not following
It's not
very Star Wars.
Right, it's its own thing.
And then the last big announcement for Star Wars was that we are getting a movie called Rogue Squadron from our girl Patty Jenkins.
Is this a video game movie?
No, I don't know. Maybe it's based on a video game. I don't know.
They talked about how it's taking some inspiration from the game, and it is a game. It is Star Wars.
It is.
There's a lot of books for it too.
Ah, darn it!
There's like a whole series of
I
Rogue
won't
Squadron
count it,
novels.
Doesn't count. Officially doesn't count.
Yeah, I loved this little announcement trailer.
For rollerblading.
Her rollerblading and then talking about her dad.
Uh-huh.
I was like, man, what is she doing for Disney? And I was like half expecting her to be like, I don't know why I thought this is like, oh, another Top Gun spinoff. And then like she puts the helmet on, I'm like, what? And then she stands up and there's an X-Wing and I'm like, oh my gosh. I got chills again thinking about it. I was super juiced.
So the Disney stuff was going on, but we're also on Twitter or social media, it's the Week of Wonder hashtag is going on because Wonder Woman is in the middle of its marketing campaign right now because it comes out soon. And Patty Jenkins tweets out this video.
The premiere for that's tonight, isn't it? Yeah.
Patty Jenkins tweets out this video and she's on a plane tarmac. And I was like, oh, she's probably going to talk about Steve Trevor somehow. She's talking about her dad. She's like, oh, Steve Trevor's really important to me. There's a freaking X-Wing in the background. I'm like...
What is going on?
What the freaking crap?
Were you thinking we were getting a Steve Trevor spinoff?
No, I just thought it was a cool little video just for
just for promotional.
Steve Trevor is an important character to me because my dad was a pilot or something. But no, she's making a freaking Star Wars movie, and I was like, holy crap!
Lawrence, Kansas in the house, man.
That is awesome.
The little synopsis that goes with this is that the Rogue Squadron, the story will introduce a new generation of starfighter pilots as they earn their wings and risk their lives in a boundary-pushing, high-speed thrill ride and move the saga into the future era of the galaxy. So this is, chronologically speaking, I think, our next step away from the sequel trilogy. This is the first one that has been
on the back end of it.
That's been like we're talking about the future of Star Wars. So many of these things fit into the timeline already.
History, yeah.
They're not pushing it forward, and I think this is maybe where they're saying, "Hey, we're like, it's not our big saga movie, but we are still moving forward with this world, right?" So it'll be interesting to see when exactly it's set, but
I think I'm excited for this, mostly because I think when Patty talks about being inspired by something, I think of Wonder Woman, right? Like she was super inspired to make that movie. Now she's super inspired to make a Rogue Squadron movie, and I have to believe that this will be just incredible.
Yep,
I can't wait.
I trust in Patty Jenkins.
Yeah. Me too.
ITPJ.
Especially if Wonder Woman 2 just is incredible.
I guess
we'll
come back in 2 weeks and we'll be either really, really hyped or we'll be like, okay, tempered expectations.
Yeah. Slow down, boys. Slow down.
But yeah, no, I am excited. This is like the first major Star Wars film with a female creative at the head, which is really cool to see.
Yeah, huge step forward.
Yep, agreed. Did I miss anything? We talked about so much.
I'm surprised there wasn't a Chewbacca story. There was one show that Luke was really, really excited about. You didn't mention it. He kind of texted us about it.
I'm so sorry.
Red Panda?
No, it's Star Wars: A Droid Story.
Oh yeah.
I'd rather fall off a cliff than watch that.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to poke fun at Luke. I thought that sounded terrible.
Come watch this story with R2-D2 and C-3PO.
Helping a new droid.
I bet it's a sassy droid. Like, oh, I'm not taking any crap from you. C-3PO is going to be like, oh, I'm not taking any crap from you. R2-D2 is going to be like, bleepity 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 bleep.
So you guys probably don't know this because I imagine you've never like actually scrolled down past the main movies and shows on the Star Wars like Disney Plus page. There are like there's
an
Lego
old droid
Star Wars.
show.
There's a droid show.
Oh yeah, I know.
Claire loves those things, so this is probably more up her. I guess I don't know if this is.
I hope it's rated R. I'll watch it if it's R-rated.
R2 has like a translator, just like F you. Like, oh my gosh.
C-3PO just
now
is
just
like torn apart.
Yeah.
Now I'm just picturing R2-D2 except the voice from the Family Guy. So,
Oh god.
Man, I ain't taking any crap from you.
There was one other Lucasfilm story. I think they kind of talked about Indiana Jones. And
They did.
Harrison
confirmed
Ford
Mangold.
coming back, and they
Mangold's
confirmed James Mangold.
directing. So
Yeah.
I know a lot of people are kind of down on that because they're like, oh, Harrison Ford old. I'm really, really excited for that.
Because of Mangold.
Because it's Indiana Jones.
Oh.
really,
I
excited
love
'cause it's
Indiana
James
Jones.
Mangold.
I'm excited because it's Mangold.
Oh, obviously, but like that, like up the excitement. But like when it was Spielberg, and everybody like, do we need another Indiana Jones movie? And I was like, yes, we do. Indiana Jones is great. Raiders of the Lost Ark is one of the best movies ever made. So I was excited, but now I'm more excited. I'll take whatever I can get. It'll probably be bad.
Well, if it's good, they'll end up making
Bad
10
action-wise.
shows
Yeah.
about it, buddy. So you'll be ready for a lot more.
We're gonna get a spin-off of a chick singer from the second one.
Yeah.
Anything goes.
Well,
dun, dun, dun,
as we
dun,
wrap
dun,
up
dun,
tonight,
dun,
I want
dun,
to
dun,
thank everyone for watching. We don't really have a fan box this week, but Nick wanted me to let you know that if you really like The Expanse, then you should read or listen to Sleep in a Sea of Stars.
I'm gonna do
You
it
could
in like
probably
20 years.
You could probably steal my book and I wouldn't notice. And that's not a dig against the book. That's a dig against how fast I read.
If anything, I would listen to it.
Yeah. Get the audiobook maybe.
I would actually really like to listen to it, but I'll never get to it. I really struggle with books.
Yeah. Reminder that next week we won't be live on YouTube, but you can still find
We'll be
our
dead on YouTube.
show. Our show where we talk about Game Awards and the announcements that were
Can we please make like a B-roll video of us all laying on the ground? And then just play that with the video, like the audio behind it?
Can we just have us like sprawl on the table and
Like fake blood and everything?
That'd be great. Anything you guys want to say before we head out?
I'm tired.
Go watch Voltron on Netflix.
Classic Luke.
It's been a while, man. I gotta talk Voltron every once in a while.
Shameless plugs.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for
Oh,
listening.
I do have something. Sorry. Lepke sent this to me in the middle of this. Best Buy will have, if you're watching right now, you're getting the scoop. Best Buy will have Xboxes tomorrow online for 5 seconds.
Go.
Hit that refresh
May
button.
the odds be ever in your favor if you're trying. Good luck.
All right. We'll see y'all in 2 weeks live over on Twitch. But until then, you can always hit us up at WhatTheFanboy on Twitter and Instagram, or find all of our stuff over at whatthefanboy.com. See ya.
See ya.